Everyone wants to actually get a sniper entries. How exactly do we do that? In this class, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to get sniper entries using supply and demand, zone refinement, multiple time frame analysis, and all that gives us what sniper entries. So if you like this video or if you like to know how to get sniper entries, please don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel. All right, so now let's proceed without wasting any much of your time. Before we dive into zone refinement, let's look at the basics of supply and demand. A demand zone is an area of consolidation before a strong upward move. We draw it using what a rectangle, just like you see on my screen now. It is the last candle before the bullish move to the upside. So now we have the last candle before the bullish move. And to draw it, we use a rectangle. So this is the last candle before that impulsive move to the upside. So we have been able to identify the impulsive move, and we also been able to identify the last candle before that move. So we identify this area to be our demand zone. All right. So the idea is that the demand zone shows the an area where institutional buy orders are, and whenever price comes to that area, it increases the probability of price actually respecting that area and pushing what to the upside. So understanding demand zone will actually enable you to be able to get sniper entries. So now, without wasting much of your time, let's dive into supply zone. Supply zone is an area of consolidation before a strong downward move. Okay, it's more or less like the demand zone, but it is the reverse. So to draw the supply zone, we actually use a rectangle, and we'll be able to identify the last the last candle before that impulsive move to the downside. So you see this impulsive move that creates the demand zone. It tells us that the institutional buy orders are above that area, and if you sell at that area, it increases what your chances of actually having a profitable trade. Okay, and these areas are actually premium areas where institutional orders are. As for supply zone, and for demand zones is actually a discounted area where institutional orders are. It is important to understand that the basics of supply and demand, because it enables us to get sniper entries. So now, without wasting much of your time, let's look at VIX 75, the 4 hours time frame. Okay, so now let's look at the 4 hours time frame. Now we are on the 4 hours on the daily time frame. Sorry, not the 4 hours. So on the 4 hours time on the daily time frame now, we're just going to go ahead and mark our demand zone. All right, we're going to mark the demand zone, which is the last candle before the impulsive move to the upside. All right, and then we are going to refine the zone by going deeper into the time frame to be able to pick entries. Okay, and to see how far we'll be able to make profit using sniper entry technique. All right, so now we'll be able to let's identify the last candle before the impulsive move to the upside. We have this impulsive move to the upside. So now let's identify the last candle. We have this candle right here. So that is our demand zone. Okay, to be able to spot that, mark that demand zone, we use our rectangle to actually mark it. Okay, so it can encompass the whole of those candles. So now you see the demand zone. It is very, very wide. So now you can place your buy limit at the edge of that rectangle. Okay, and then your stop loss just slightly below, and then you can see you can actually go for that high. So your risk to reward ratio is probably like, let's say, a 1:7. Okay, your risk to reward ratio is 1:7. So now let's do a little bit of zone refinement. Let's go down to the 4 hours time frame and even to the 1 hour time frame and try to see how to actually get sniper entries. So now going down to the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame, all right, which is this, how do we identify our zone refinement? How do we actually do that? Okay, to do that, we come here, all right, mark this becomes our demand zone. Okay, so right now you can see that if I enter right at this demand zone and then my stop loss, and then you see that the risk to reward ratio has increased from 1:6 to 1 is to what 15, 1:15. So there are other techniques which you can also use to actually enter this market. So right now you can wait, and those other techniques are for you to actually wait for the same thing. Okay, so you wait for a market structure shift and then you just enter, same thing like that. So now let's try to identify those patterns within this area right now. So we're just going to go ahead and just delete that, and then we're going to go ahead to the smaller time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so I don't need to go to the 1 hour time frame already. Right now I can see something for myself. I hope you guys can actually see it too. Let me just shift this to here. So right now, for us to be able to mark the demand zone, which is our premium, our discounted area, the last candle before what, the impulsive move to the upside, we have an impulsive move which almost took out this, low. All right, now we have this area right here. Okay, so now what happened, the market taps into this area of our demand zone. Okay, so this is our demand zone right now. What happens, you can actually buy from here now. All right, from here you can just straight up buy. The stop loss becomes way cheaper. All right, and then you can actually hit for the same target. So rather than making 1:6 previously, yeah, for 1:14, and now you are hitting a whole sum of 1:20, which is sniper entry. This is very much a sniper entry. Why? Because you're actually entering the market at the right time, and you are actually using a shifting market structure to actually, and combining with the demand zone, with the zone refinement, to actually take your sniper entry trades. So this is how to actually take sniper entry trades. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more and more wonderful videos like this.